Welcome back, guys. On our previous video, we done a equation whereby we learn how to determine the equation of a parabola. But that kind of equation that we were doing on our previous video, we were given the y-intercept. If you haven't watched it, our previous video on this playlist, we done a question of how to determine the equation of a parabola. So now let's just take a look at this one. When you are not given the y-intercept, what do you do? How do you find your equation when you are in the situation like this? Because on our previous video, it was very, very easy when you are given the y-intercept. What about when we are not given? So when we are not given the y-intercept, I want you to remember this thing here. They don't teach this at school, now. So I want you to remember this equation. It goes like this. It say ax minus x1 and x minus x2. This type of an equation there is going to help you a lot to solve this kind of equation and to find what to determine your equation of this kind of function that is here. So let me just further demonstrate what is happening here. The x1, let me just say it like this, the x1 and the x2 are the x-intercept that you have to substitute there at the x-intercept of what? Of the graph. The x1 and the x2 here, you substitute what? You are going to substitute the x-intercept of your graph. What our x-intercept here are this point and also this point. This equation, you just have to memorize it and understand it. It's going to help you a lot to determine your equation here, and it's going to be very, very easy. So we're going to say y, which is equals to ax, and we're going to substitute our x-intercept. We're going to start from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. So since this one is negative, we're going to say negative. This negative, it comes with the formula, and then we're going to substitute that -2 here. Let me just write the bigger bracket so we can be able to see what is going on here. So it's going to be something like this, x, and what is our second x-intercept is going to be 2, which is -2. So let me just simplify this one so you can be able to understand what's going on. It's going to be x, negative multiplied by negative is going to give us what? +2. And this one is going to be x minus 2, which is that one. So if you can pay close attention to what is going on here, guys, this is a difference of 2 squares. If you can be able to see this kind of a side, I hope someone is recognized. This is a difference of 2 squares. But if you don't understand that this is a difference of 2 squares, now we can be able to do it in that other way. So we're going to multiply these brackets out if you don't understand the difference of 2 squares. So we're going to multiply this one by x, and we're going to get x squared. And do it again. This x will multiply by this 2. We're going to get -2x. And we'll take this 2 and multiply by x. We're going to get +2x. And we'll take these 2x and multiply it by -4. We're going to get -2. We're going to get -4. So this is a, guys. Don't mind my a. Sometimes I write it as 9. I'm just disabling writing the value of a. So our a is going to be x squared. And then now let's just group the like terms that are inside. -2 plus 2 is going to cancel each other out. It's going to give you 0 minus 4 squared. So if you have seen this kind of stuff from far, you can just write down this is a difference of 2 squares. You can just have, you should have write it like this, But since you didn't see it, yeah. So our equation is like this, is ax squared minus 4. So now we have to determine the value of a. How can we determine the value of a? We have to substitute the point that we haven't used in our graph. Let me just let the kind of information sink into your brain. To find the value of a here, you have to substitute the point that you haven't typed or you haven't used in your graph. Which point is always going to be there? This here on our graph is going to be this one. Why are we substituting this point? We are looking for the value of a because we don't know the value of a. We're going to substitute whenever there is x, we're going to put 1. Whenever there is y, we're going to put 6. So we're going to put 6 here, and then a, and then we're going to put 1 minus 4 here squared. Perfect. So if you work this one out, you're going to get, this is 6. If you work this one out, you're going to get negative 3. 1 minus 4 is going to give you negative 3. Then, so from here on, this is the same as what? This is the same as negative 3a. So then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3 and negative 3. And then our a is going to be equals to negative 2. So what will be our equation? Our equation is going to be, let's now go back. Our y is going to be equals to the value of a, we found it now is negative 2, and then it's going to be x squared minus 4. So now we can be able to simplify this first, so they can be able to give it in this form. Remember, they want it into this form. So we're going to multiply this negative 2 here. We're going to have negative 2x squared. Multiply this by this, we're going to get positive what? 8. This is y. So this is how we get this type of equation. So see you on my next video. Sharp.